blah, blah. Lady love. Lady love.
What's that? Welcome to another video for the Now Pursuit. We are doing a video of our campground review. We actually started doing this in California and I want to continue it on the road. So we've been here for 28 days.
28.
And we're moving this Friday. We figured let's do a little review of our experience here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off with the basic facts that we know. So one of the facts is
there is no cell service out here. Not one bar you will get while you're out here, but Wi-Fi service is going to be outstanding. They have a total of 6 Wi-Fi stations to boost every part of the park. So you're always gonna have some Wi-Fi, but just to keep in mind when you do have a weekend coming up, it does get busier, which means that the Wi-Fi will slow down. So those other streaming sites that you are used to, you will still be able to see them and use them, but it won't be so of a clear stream. And also Xboxes are not allowed here.
Xbox is not allowed. Yeah. We have one.
We have one.
And they didn't know that, and when we arrived, remember? They were like, oh, by the way, no Xbox is allowed.
No, it was actually on the paper too, like all the do's and don'ts. It was like a full paper, and it said on there. I mean, I don't know.
Like sucks all of the Wi-Fi or something, and everyone else gets a really slow stream if you do use your Xbox, so you're not allowed to. And then they do actually have a premium choice. We didn't do the premium.
No, we didn't.
It's an additional charge every, I guess, like while you're staying.
Right.
And so supposedly you'll have premium Wi-Fi. We don't know that, because we didn't do that. But the Wi-Fi that they did have though was pretty exceptional.
Yeah, it was.
Unless, like Angelo said, like a lot of campers started coming out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, now everybody's sharing the Wi-Fi, because no matter what service, cell phone service, or cell phone network you have, you won't get a bar. There's no bars at all.
Right. So how did you call?
We used Facebook Messenger, Instagram, and then I actually used the WhatsApp, because that's a really good way to call and text as though it's just like your cell phone.
Yeah, any internet services that you can use. Yeah, it worked.
And uploading YouTube videos on a regular would be like 15-20 minutes. It took about 2.5 hours. So when you are trying to upload and do things like that, just keep that in mind. So unless you have your own Wi-Fi signal when you can be off grid, then you don't even have to worry about this part of the video. But if you are using other people's Wi-Fis or like your cell phone, you want to just keep that in mind.
And the next one's about the fees, and I don't know about the fees.
So I do a lot of the booking because I actually enjoy that part of the traveling experience. And they have daily, weekly, and monthly. We could have been charged weekly because we actually were doing 2 weeks at one site, 2 weeks at another site, but they were really kind to give us the monthly fee, which was at even a lower price. And so they do have that option available if it's out there available. So you want to talk to the camp host about that when you arrive. So then the next basic fact is that we are actually planted right in the middle of the big Mcgregor Lake and the little Mcgregor Lake.
Little Mcgregor Lake is literally right here. You walk to the other side of this campground, and there is a pathway that goes to Little Mcgregor Campground. So that campground is directly on the lake. Like you are right there. You're gonna smell it, you're gonna feel it, all the bugs and all the campground feeling. You're gonna feel it all, and it's a great little lake. Actually, that was one of the hikes that we went on to going past it, and you just keep on going, and you're just surrounded in beautiful nature each side of where you're walking. It just keeps on going too. It just keeps on going. And
we didn't go all the way, actually, right? Did we go to the end or no?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay, but it's pretty far because we didn't even go to the end, and we did a pretty good hike.
We didn't want to keep going
because we have 4 kids. So Maya fell asleep and I was carrying her.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, thank you. We turned around. And Big Mcgregor Lake's right down the street.
Yeah. Mcgregor's literally like right there too, and it's it's a little bit farther of a walk. You have to pass the highway, which is, you know, right there. You could literally walk right across the way and you'll get there in 10 minutes. Yeah.
And then if you actually go in your car and then drive, not even 5 minutes away, they have it where there's parking and it's recreational use.
Which we were at yesterday.
Yeah.
So you just, when you come out, you make a right, and then you just go down probably like 3 minutes. You go down 3 minutes, and then you'll see a quick left to go onto where you have your boat launching, where you could go right onto the lake, and it has like a day use area also, which is really, really nice.
Yeah. And then too, another little bonus tip is if you are not a resident in Montana, to get the state park pass. Yeah. We got that when we originally arrived, thinking that we were going to stay at state parks, but you actually get free even day use if you have the park pass, and it's annual. It's $50 for the year.
So you just pay that $50, and then you don't have to pay anything when you do go to these parks.
Yeah.
Well, for the day use parks, you won't have to.
Yeah, and then you get a discount on camping.
And that's anybody and everybody that's in the car when you pull up.
Yeah, so it's been great because non-residents is actually, I think, $8 for the day.
Yeah, so as many times as we went, we already had our money's worth.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
so, and we're not leaving in Temp soon, so so it's like totally worth it. And with McGregor Lake, and this is our first time, and so I'm inviting you into investing in this too, is paddleboarding.
Yeah.
To get a paddleboard.
Totally, I want to go paddleboarding right now.
Yeah, because it's hot. So.
And we went yesterday, and it was fun.
Yeah, so we might go again after this video, but yeah, they do paddleboarding. They allow that or whatever, and boats and whatever toys you can get, but paddleboarding and kayaking. I've seen people do kayaking at McGregor Lake as well. So the next basic fact is that they do have a restaurant that's right across the street in walking distance. It is called The Lodge.
The Lodge.
Yeah, and
it is a lodge.
It is the lodge.
Well, it's not an actual lodge, but they call it the lodge because it's probably made out of wood. I mean, that's the idea that they came up with.
What? And they're really nice. We have not yet eaten there, which we're actually gonna eat there tonight. So you won't hear about our experience there, but they were really nice when we went over there and asked them how to get to the lake. They actually did assist us in that area. That was like our first day here, and they were like, yeah, you just go that way. Like, oh, okay.
And they gave us a menu.
They did give us a menu.
We still haven't came back.
Yeah, well, they said we could take it home with us, and so we have the menu. And we're gonna go there tonight. The next basic fact is that they do have camp hosts that are regularly active. They're like on it. And they actually live right behind where you would check in once you get here. What are they doing? And yeah, and they are constantly walking around.
Yeah, they're making sure everyone is playing by the rules. They have rules, and they have lots of them, and like we had family over yesterday. We were enjoying the day, and you know, they just got here. Their dogs jump out the car, and he's like, "Hey, get that dog on a leash!" Yeah. And he was just right on. Like the dog just jumped out, and it was already just, you know, on it and telling them what's up about the dog. You know, which we should have been on it too. You know, we should have been on that because we knew. We should have told them. We should have had that already prepared.
Yeah, and with that, because staying here, there is a lot of rules. Like, dogs do have to be on a leash. Your dogs can't just run. You have to have them on a leash. Yeah. Another rule is, like, you know, that the car and even guests, you know, can't park in front of the dumpster or the walkway. And there's like guest parking, but you have to make sure your guests park not in front of the dumpster or in front of the walkway, within the guest parking.
And don't be on the blacktop on the road going through. You can't have one tire, two tire, can't have a bumper sticking out.
Yeah. And then, and I think that was another thing too, and I don't know if it's a rule, but the camp host did specifically tell us, because we have kids, when it did rain and there was like water in the field area, our kids were playing in the water, and they said to not play in the water. And then when we were walking, the kids were climbing on the rocks and I guess the gravel that's over there, and they told our kids to get off of the rocks and the gravel, and so it just felt a little strict. I mean, it is, you know, it's their rules. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but that was our experience, is that if you do have kids, keep that in mind, that the camp hosts, at least the ones that are here right now, don't like to have the kids basically running everywhere. However, our kids did still enjoy themselves. They love being here. They got to play in that open field, because we do have an open field, and you guys did a Nerf gun war
Yeah,
there.
that was cool.
So yeah, that was pretty epic. And then, okay, so another basic fact is that they have, you use the shower. How was that? Did it work well?
Yeah, it worked well. It didn't stay hot for long.
Oh, it didn't?
But it was, it was more like, me just kind of basking in the hotness of the shower.
Okay.
But, it went away. It went away after a while, so.
And it's included, so that's good. There's no coins or anything that you have to put in.
Right.
Yeah. And then the laundry. They do have laundry here.
Yeah.
And the laundry, it's like 1 load is $5, 2 loads $8, 3 loads $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we kind of had an issue there with the laundry.
Yeah.
Because I guess I may have overloaded the washer and so our clothes didn't dry. So a note there, make sure you sit right next to your clothes, because we do timers and we walk away. We come back when our timer goes off. But I didn't make it in time, and our clothes were taken out by the camp host and put on the side, and they weren't dry, even though they did 1 cycle in the dryer. And so I had to keep putting it in until it was dry, which they didn't charge us more to keep using it, so that was cool. But yeah, we didn't really appreciate that part.
Yeah.
They didn't come and tell us that they put our clothes on the side. I had to go find that out. But but then I heard that a lot of laundromats do that, so next time I'll put the timer on a little shorter. No, you never heard that?
No.
Angelo was pretty upset, which it makes sense. We literally are right next to the laundry room, so they could have came over and told us. But but just a side note there, if anything, if you guys decide to do laundry when you come here, to just make sure that you're there right next to it, or doing a timer shorter than when it might end. So yeah, I think that's all the basic facts.
Basics.
Yeah, and one other thing is because I've seen a lot of different size campers.
Yeah.
That they do welcome, I think, any camper, but I'm not really sure if that's true, but I've seen all types of sizes. So
Yeah. Big ones, small ones, little ones.
Yeah. So, and then, yeah, what's your experience in general, like personal experience outside of basic facts? Do you enjoy it? Would you come back?
I thought we have a really good spot. I think we have, what spot are we
do.
at? Number 32?
32.
Really good spot, especially if you have kids.
Yes.
Really good spot.
Yeah, it is a really good spot. Yeah. And honestly, I think I would come back here, but I just wouldn't stay as long as we did.
No, we just had a great deal, and that was the case.
That was because we did pay under $800 for the month. I'm not going to tell you the number, but under $800. So that is something we did want, and it worked out. We did get that. So, but yeah, outside of that though, like, the lake is really nice. I think that is the bonus to being right
that
here.
That was big Mcgregor Lake, not little. We didn't go to little, but we went to big, and that was a huge bonus.
Yeah,
for me.
It's beautiful, and there is like literally almost nobody there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 times we went, there was barely anybody there, and one of the times it was on a weekend, and it's June. So, thanks for watching our campground review. I hope this helps inspire, encourage, equip you guys if you guys are looking for a place to stay in Montana. And this campground is in Marion. So just so you know, it's Marion, Montana.
Marion, Montana.
Is where you would find Mcgregor Lake.
Off the 2.
Off the 2. It's one highway. I was always like, babe, how do you know where you're going? He's like, it's literally one. There's one highway to and from where we're going. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. But anyways, so that's it. Thank you. I hope you like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.